So, what's your overall thoughts about Sisters Week 2022?
Sisters Week 2022 was a much needed week.
I agree. One of the big needs for me was game night. I haven't had game night since I left home. Oh, I'm so great playing games.
For me, just being away, the peace, the quiet, the fun adventures. Probably things I wouldn't have done if I was at home.
What'd you think about us, where we are in life right now? I mean, we've never been as old as we are now, and life's taking us in different directions. But it feels like there's something different, like an absence of something. So you're here and we're spending time and we're relating, but I don't feel any kind of pressure or expectation, or it's like being comfortable being who I am and letting you be who you are, and not trying to change each other or hold up some kind of family standard. None of that. I didn't feel any of that. And I hope that you have felt free to just have fun and just be together.
And I do. And I kind of understand what you mean by that. It wasn't, I know this is you and Gary's home, but I still felt like I could just open your refrigerator. Does that make sense?
Yes! That's exactly how I want you to feel. Yeah.
Take a nap on your couch. It was just home, home.
I don't think we've really ever felt that. Because when I was back in Texas, we didn't travel to visit relatives and hang out in their homes. We really don't have that experience. You know what I mean, right? You agree?
I agree.
So to come a long way and have another place to be at home, that's special. Consider it another home, okay, Cal? Mm-hmm. Do you think we've changed, our relationship? I'm not saying that we have, but
Honestly, I don't think so, because, we'll text or we'll periodically talk on the phone or cry, vent, whatever. But when we see each other in person, still feels like I just saw you yesterday.
Yeah.
No time has lapsed. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. But when I moved away, I don't know, there was a feeling of I think the strain of separation, and what does this mean? What is life going to be like if we're not down the street from each other? And it's been quite an adjustment for me, because I don't have any friends in Greenville. It's been 3 years, and I don't have anybody I can call and say, let's go have coffee. I don't have that, which makes your visit now so much sweeter. But There was a lot of mixed emotions about leaving, what it would all mean.
I agree. I think, yes, it was very difficult and it was very hard. But I think part of you feeling like you don't have friends probably is because the pandemic hit as well too. So there's still time for that. But even though as hard as it was for you to leave, I think that allowed those of us back home to grow up. And
Why do you say that?
I mean, like, to figure out answers on our own, to explore, to, I guess, partly in a strange way, to relate, depend, discuss with Terrence more.
So you and Terrence drew closer?
Yeah.
I mean, so basically what you're saying was I was helicopter mom for the whole family. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think, when Mom passed away, we replaced her with you, as the matriarch of the family, and we can't do those things, we can't. It puts too much pressure on you. Doesn't allow us to be adults.
Yeah, I can see that. So it was like I think I gotten to the point where I was living for everybody. Like I made everybody my reason for living. And without developing outside relationships and friendships, and I wasn't married, so just come on, all the kids, just come on. And truly, that wasn't healthy. Yeah. Yeah.
I also believe this move did wonders for Nina.
Yeah.
I look at her pictures, I see her now, and I just go, oh my gosh, my niece is 21 and she is living her life. Like, wow. I always knew she was a smart girl. She was an independent girl, but just to see her in action now is amazing.
She's really become responsible. Yeah. I brought my helicopter ways with me to South Carolina. However, Gary made me check them at the door because he wouldn't let me intrude too much. Just encouraged me to let her figure some things out, let her find out the way she likes to do things, and being there to support her, but not robbing her of the opportunity to learn on her own, which is my signature hashtag, learn on your own. Loyo. But she really has taken to that, and I just stand back, and she's checking me. Is everything ready? I got to get this together. I got to get that. She's gonna be some supervisor or some company owner one day. She organizes and creates lists every day of things that must get done. I don't know where all that came from, because I was doing all that for her before we got here, and so. And this is gonna sound weird, but like, I shouldn't even say this out loud. but you know it's true. Back home, I call myself helping Christina along to get to get her out of my bed, because I let her sleep with me until she was, up in her teens. I had a huge king size bed, not married, and she loved the attention. So then I said, no, I'm going to move. We're going to move out into the open space upstairs and have like a dorm room. We had 2 different beds, but in the same room. And this is me weaning her. Oh my goodness. So when Gary came along and, we were talking for a while, I wasn't going to tell him that. Finally, I said, I just need to be honest and tell him. Yes, we sleep in the same room. He was like, what? That stops now. Because she did have a room. There was a room for her to have. I just thought that I was, not thrusting her, too quickly, having to sleep alone and be scared at night and all. So I said, Nina, you got to go in your room. And she kind of resisted a little. I said, no, you really need to. And she says, okay. And started throwing junk out of that other room, pulling her things in the room, and closed the door. I was just that quick. What? I thought you liked sleeping out here. But the truth, honestly, I had to face the reality that no, I'm not married, and yes, I have to sleep alone. I can't. Half of it had to be me wanting the company, and that's not fair. That is not fair.
I was going to say, do you think she stuck around as long as she did because she thought she was helping you?
I think so. I don't think she knew how to tell me no. I don't know that I could have heard no. I don't know. I should write a book about helicopter moms. I really should. I'm telling you, I should.
Do you think we had a helicopter mom?
Did we? Oh yeah, I got trained by the best. But it's so loving and so much fun when you can chat with mom about everything, and she tells you what to do, and you don't have to worry because she's gonna fix it, or she's gonna tell you how to fix it. It seems so right when you're in it, when you're in the cycle of it. It does seem right, but like, if I don't figure out how to fly, I'm gonna stay on the ground.
You just said something interesting that made me think. Was she really a helicopter mom, or did we make her a helicopter mom? Because I think I said, and I have conversations with the girls and all of this, and they'll say, well, what would you do? And I say, whatever, right? But for them, it's like, okay, they heard me, but they still do what they want to do. And in my mind, I'm thinking, if you would just done what I told you, then things would have went this way. Like, my way is the right way. But I don't, who makes who the helicopter mom? Is it because we do what she says? Or what?
I mean, I think the adult is the one that kind of sets the tone. I really do. Like, our mom, I think her helicoptering came out of, because she came out of Sunnyside, which is a depressed area, moved away. It was important to her that her kids were educated, got good jobs. I mean, that was paramount. And so she was going to make sure that happened. I felt that firstborn pressure, of having to meet the high expectation. So I think it starts with the parent, but then the child gets involved and it just becomes a cycle. of expectation. Like, oh, mom's going to tell me what to do. I don't have to decide. I don't have to decide. And if you're like used to and accustomed, open to being told what to do by somebody else, that could easily shift from mom to boyfriend, or to husband, or to cult leader. It's kind of the same flavor. If you don't know what you want to do, there's somebody out here to tell you what to do.
Yeah, true.
But so how do you? I think the transition for Christina and me was a little simpler because Gary was like, that's just not gonna happen. So it just had to happen. But how do you break away from that? Are you a helicopter mom? These Scrabble pieces.
I don't know. I guess it depends on which child you're talking about. That makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I'm a helicopter mom with Sarah, simply for the fact that, she ran off and got married and had a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after, that didn't work out, she didn't have a choice. She had to be in gear and working and hustling and offer advice, help where I can, whatever, but she just kind of did it. For Camille, I think I'm a helicopter mom, but she don't listen to me. Does that make sense?
Like, she does?
She will have already done something, and then she'll come talk to me about it, and I'll say this, and this, and she says, well, this is what already happened. She struggles to be independent, but every relationship she enters, somebody's always telling her what to do. Like, and not in nice ways sometimes, but she doesn't know how to break away from that, and I fear that she has learned, well, this is what relationships are like. Claire is just a little dynamo. They're all gonna be alright, but she's gonna be alright.
Pretty independent.
And Chloe, it's hard to tell. She pulls me in, and then she pushes me out, and she pulls me in. She pushes me out. I think she does things because she thinks she needs to please me or make me feel better or that it would make me happy. She's kind of a wishy-washy one.
Are you providing answers and rescuing?
Chloe has been so independent and like I don't think I've really ever helped Chloe with any work. Write a paper, draw a picture, anything, or if I see her doing something, I'm like, why don't you turn the line? No, I don't want to turn the line that way. I want it like this. Chloe, please just turn it like this. No. And I'm like, okay. Obviously worked. She was in the top of her class.
She got the books down.
So it's sometimes I get mixed vibes from Chloe, so I don't know.
So the question originally was, are you a helicopter mom? Now that you've thought through, were you finished?
Well, I'm just thinking, I don't know. And I think for Trent, I definitely was. I definitely was, because I figured with everything that he's been through, and he relied on me to help him make sure he was making right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And he, everything I said, that was it. That was the gospel, because he felt like I was the only person that wasn't ever going to steer him wrong. So, but yeah, I would say I'm a 50-50 helicopter mom.
Okay. Yeah.
But on the same token, I don't want to be a helicopter mom. I want them to be confident in the decisions they make, and if it didn't turn out right, to learn from that and do differently the next time.
So now we're both married. That's been a long time not being married. We just hit our 3-year anniversary 2 weeks ago. And that's when I stopped calling us newlyweds. I went out kicking and screaming on that one. Because I want that, that flutter and the feeling inside and lovey-dovey and, all that. I like all that stuff. In fact, when I wasn't married, I used to say, I don't even care about a relationship because I don't want to go through the honeymoon phase. Because skeletons start falling out the closet and it gets all messed up. I just don't even care. I don't want anybody. Along came Prince Charming. And but now, 3 years, and we've gone through a lot of life in 3 years. And now I feel like it's time to let myself settle into the groove of just life together. Just life together and what all that brings and what all that means. And instead of trying to keep the rose tinted glasses on, to just go ahead and take them off and just see the reality and know that, with Christ, He's got my tomorrow, He's got my today and my now. And whatever we face, we'll be able to get through it. And that's what I want. I want the texture of life. I want to face each thing that comes and look at it and examine it and figure out what this is so that it doesn't blindside me, and knock me out. So that's kind of where we are. Do you have any thoughts on those lines? Or you want to share anything like just being married women, married sisters?
And I found that for a long period of time, probably because we had 5 kids, everything about me and Terrence mainly was about the kids. And now that they're pretty much on their own and adults, it's like, oh, now what do we do?
That's called empty nesters, kind of like that.
But he wants more, I want more. It's time for us to really get to know each other. That's weird to say after 34 years, but he likes to travel and do stuff, and I think I just need to embrace it where you can still have that honeymoon phase even if it's been years. You just gotta create it.
Yeah, I can see that. That sounds good. Yeah, I guess that even while technically being newlyweds and honeymoon phases has passed, I guess there's no reason that, that fire and that flame can't be kept alive. And allowing those moments to come and enjoy them when they're here, because life is going to sweep back over.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's been great chatting. I don't know that we've talked like this before. Yeah, real special time. I love you.
Love you too.